The champion of producing fluids.
No.
How dare you? Hey everybody, welcome back to Mom Can I Have Another Dollar? We're playing Spiker's Battle.
There's no we about it. This
true.
This is 2005, motherfucker.
All right.
There's no we, there's only revolution.
Fengli.
The revolution going on in my stomach.
I'm gonna be this de-revolutionary X guy. That's just fucking humping.
Did you say that because I said revolution a moment ago? And
no,
you got confused?
He was fucking just pelvic thrusting for no reason.
No, it's called the Generation X.
Oh yeah.
Well, welcome to Diesel Town.
Is that the name of our show now? I don't remember proposing that one.
Yeah. You didn't attend the last meeting.
I'll tell you something. I got a belly full of green curry and duck, and that shit sits heavy. Also, Thai coffee, which is liable to render me incontinent at any moment. And on top of all of that, I got...
well, Thai coffee, which is more likely to render you hypercontinent.
Whoa, no. I don't know either
This guy
way.
kicks like he has a hip dysplasia, like something where his hip just is constantly out of joint.
Oh yeah.
As far as motorcycle gangsters, these guys are smart. They just leave all their equipment on when they get into a fight.
Right?
They got a pretty unfair advantage.
My guy's walking around without a fucking shirt on. He's just wearing a jacket.
And he's holding his hands out like he got something on them, and he still has to go wash them off, and he doesn't want to touch anything.
Yeah.
And he seems to have suffered some kind of gruesome head injury.
Yeah, like he just handled raw meat, and he's trying to find his way to a sink, and these guys are in his way.
I just cracked a bunch of eggs. Get the fuck out of the way, guys.
Back up, back up, back up!
Is crack eggs a euphemism for something?
No, like he just cracked a bunch of eggs, so he's covered in egg goop. And he doesn't,
I bet that it would be pretty satisfying to rush in and headbutt somebody with your bike helmet still on.
I bet it would be satisfying to rush in and headbutt somebody if you had a naturally occurring coral sprouting out of your skull like this dude.
I thought you were about to say that it would be really satisfying to smack someone with egg goop on your hands. And then say,
I was not. No one would ever be about to say that. Kyle, I thought I made it clear when I made you edit in that whooshing sound that joke failed to land. Goodness.
How do you do a super
Yeah,
attack?
this guy's just character design-wise so confusing.
That's just straight up murdering. I'm just murdering a man now.
Well, wait, is this a fighting game or a beat 'em up? What's going on?
It's a beat 'em up fighting game.
You're just on a basketball court and you're not even close to doing the right sport for your location.
Well, to be fair, when I saw it was called Spiker's Battle, I thought that it was going to be a volleyball game.
Yeah.
So,
Lots of
my expectations have been bucked in every conceivable direction, I guess.
Speaking of bucking with reckless abandon, this level is called Dragon Dynasty, and I was thinking it would be cool if someone made a reality TV show about a bunch of inbred hicks that live in Papua New Guinea and hunt Komodos. Then one of them writes a book.
I see.
One of them learns to read and writes a book.
You know, last night when you brought it up, Nick, when you're like, how do you come up with the things you say? Like, that's genuinely impressive, Keith, that you had that arrangement of words just ready to go
It was
based
just
off of
a
Dragon's
play
Dynasty.
on Duck Dynasty, for Christ's sake. Stop
Yeah,
yelling
I
at
get
me.
it now, but just like we talked about last night, situations like this which would halt all mental momentum. Your train of thought would come grinding to a halt for the average person, and yet you have something to say almost every time.
Yeah.
Semiotically void things to say. Yes, however,
Sure.
Yeah. Well, in a sense, it's not so much that the train of thought has kept going. It's that it derailed and now it's rolling downhill under its own inertia. And
it's still somehow moving, even though it shouldn't be. I feel like that. I feel like this show, some of the conversational tracks that we go on, could be used as a test for a certain mental disorder, which you almost certainly have. But once it has a real definable name in some psychologist's office, they will start looking at our material as as like an easy way to determine if your child has it. Like they will jump into a conversation and they will write themselves into a corner on purpose just to see what the kid says.
Coffin syndrome. It's
Yeah.
like Dr. Like Asperger was actually some guy's very unfortunate name.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, he got it named after him. That's how it works.
Yep.
But after the train of thought is derailed, the contents of the carts were highly toxic. They began melding.
I think we've talked about this before, but I remember at one point in life saying that if I had discovered a terrible disease, I wouldn't name it after myself. I would name it after someone I really hated.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Are you allowed to do that?
Yeah, why not?
Maybe.
However
Oh, yeah, I
you
mean,
want.
if you can name animals after Hogwarts and stuff, I guess so. Hey, you're fighting your mirror man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, wasn't there like a sea slug or something that some asshole called Sonic the Hedgehog, and that is now its categorized definitive name?
no, better, because I know what you're talking about. It's actually, I forget exactly, it's like an enzyme or something that triggers a part of your genetics. It's some kind of teeny tiny molecule called Sonic Hedgehog. And as it turns out, this particular thing is integral to the development of a fetus, and if it doesn't trigger correctly, you can get birth defects and all kinds of congenital disorders. So I guess it actually became a bit of an awkward problem in the medical realm that they did not know that this thing, when they discovered it and named it, that it was even that important. It's like, oh, it's just one of the random things that affects your genes. But now there has been at least one doctor on Earth that had to explain to young parents that their child is going to be permanently disabled due to Sonic Hedgehog. And they weren't even they didn't even have a DeviantArt account. Whatever, I fucked that joke up, but Yeah.
Yeah, it does seem apt that you might have a child who grows up wrong because of Sonic Hedgehog, and not in the sense that we're used to.
Yeah. It's probably not the first time, but it's the most medically accurate time.
Yeah.
No, they fired Ken Penders. It's not fair, damn it!
I can't help it that his eyeballs are inside out.
Fucking
Blame
Christ.
Sonic Hedgehog.
I don't, now, this level was called Sky Chase or something like
Sky
that.
Arena.
Sky Arena. Well, now that name doesn't lend itself to anything, but this does look like a good place to have some kind of singing reality show where people wield weapons.
Oh, my
Oh, I was expecting some sort of ploy wherein if you are voted off or you don't pass this round, one of those wedges of window pane on the ground drops you to the floor below.
Oh, yeah, that's good. Maybe as a challenge round, they have to sing while being bungee jumped off of the tallest building in Hong Kong.
Wow,
Now,
this game
whichever of
just
you
ramped
goes
up.
off key the most loses.
And we cut the cord.
And in hard mode, as a tiebreaker, we got some Bjork. I hope you've been practicing your Locrian modes, biatch. And then a guy who says, and he gets cut off mid-sentence when he gets hosed down with cream corn from off stage. My show, my reality singing show, it will be a big ratings hit.
Yeah, it sounds like you're basically just recreating Uncle What's-His-Face's fun house from was it UFH?
UHF?
UHF, that's the one.
The one with Weird Al?
Yeah, you're just Michael Richards, but you're
Not
creating
racist.
a musical game show instead of blasting children with a fire hose.
Instead of going on a racial tirade, I'm connecting the dots between Sonic and genetic disorders.
Well, don't be too sure that that's not the same.
Or you might be a little bit closer to the karate instructor who made a game show about hitting people with fish and letting them know that they so stupid.
Are you talking about Gordon Ramsay? Was he a karate instructor too?
Sure.
I mean, man of many.
I would. If that was an episode of the show, I'd fucking buy it so I could watch it anytime I want. Gordon Ramsay hauling off and slapping someone across the face with a salmon and yelling at him, "You're so stupid!"
Maybe he should just team up with the fish man, like do a team up, a crossover, spin-off, you know what I mean? Gordon Ramsay will help unfuck your restaurant, and the other guy will see that you are punished duly for your transgressions against
Yeah,
food.
it's sort of an Ollie G situation where you have an actual real TV person mixed with a fake one, but they all have to keep up appearances for
That
the camera.
sounds more like Max Headroom.
Everything's always max headroom for you.
No, Kyle. Max Headroom does not count as a VTuber, all right? Or does he?
Oh fuck.
Probably is now.
Yeah, actually, that's a. I think you've just found a.
A loophole.
No, what is it called? It's a gap in the market. So you can.
Oh yeah, an exploitable niche.
Yeah.
That's gonna be somebody's VTuber avatar's max headroom.
I hope somebody does a signal intrusion with Sakura Miko or something like that. That'll be funny. Interrupt an episode of Doctor Who with "Fuck you." We are fuck. Looks like Kyle lost, which means we can go home.